And welcome back. It's another Building Elden Ring in Minecraft video. Today's episode, I'm finishing up the western side of Limgrave. And that's about it. I didn't have too much time this month, so it's a little bit of a shorter video. So yeah, hopefully you don't mind too much. That's all I got. Enjoy the video. Or don't. It's up to you. Started out with basically finishing up what I didn't do last time, where there were these cliffs down here under the arena, and then with the trees and bushes and rocks and stuff that needed to be added in just around the terrain. That was the goal to finish for this section here. And then I finally got around to working on this side over by the gatefront ruins, which has been looking kind of rough. When did I build for gatefront? Was that March or April or something? It's been a while. This whole section's sort of been neglected. Anyway, added in some ruins, moved it around, put it at a weird angle. Didn't really film much of that for some reason. Also, I started using the Axia mod and getting the hang of that. And it makes building terrain a lot easier and a lot faster than World Edit. At least to me. I'm sure there's ways to improve World Edit. I don't believe I use either mod in the optimal fashion. But I got something out of it. And then started work on the little camp here where there's that knight and then a bunch of short people and dogs. I don't remember what they're called, the militia dudes. Whatever. That little camp thing with all the tripwires. That's that section there. I will say, again, because of the angle that Stormvale was built at, this whole area sort of got like squished together. So I sort of just put notable areas in wherever I could fit them instead of necessarily where they should be. This whole section should be way bigger. But again, I didn't build Stormvale at a 15-degree angle, so because I didn't think about that, the whole world sort of skewed. Hopefully that will be fixed after this section here. I might have to make some more adjustments for the rest of Limgrave, the northern side of Limgrave anyway, but I don't get to that in this episode, so I don't know. Something I should also probably mention is now we are at 275 subscribers. I might possibly, I actually kind of expect to hit 300 by the end of the year, which is like a 200% improvement over my original goal for the year. So thank you all for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know why Replay Mod still does that with the weird chunks that you can see off in that corner. There's that little spot of swords, that little like lower area. I can't remember what it says, I forgot to read it. Now these are new trees. Like, I made those specifically for this video, and I think they're the best trees I've ever made. Still could improve them, I expect, but I like them. It's better than those other trees that you can see in the background there. I will say all my trees sort of end up looking like pine trees, but I like pine trees, so I'm not going to complain too much. Oh, and I also made Alexander there. I don't usually make characters onto the map, but I couldn't ignore him. So, also I built this section too high, so I had to lower it, and it was not fun. Again, Axiom helped a lot, where I could just like lift that section into the air so that I didn't like have to rebuild the entire structure, and then that little camp. And that made it a lot easier. Saved me a lot of time. And now we start working on the area over here where there's that big bridge where the Pumpkinhead guy was at. Yeah, I had to rotate a little bit, but that's fine. Also, I tried making these cliffs out of with Axiom instead of World Edit like I usually do. I think I need to do a little more improving on it, but it worked out alright. And the bridge is a pretty simple bridge, honestly. There's not a lot to it. I think it turned out alright. And I ran out of time real bad. Work's been pretty wild for the last 2 months. So this was about all I could do was finishing this. I'm literally like 1 day before the end of a month. I was saying, I just ran out of time and didn't have a chance to build much more. So I try to get a video out at the end of every month. And I'm out of time. I got like today and tomorrow. It's like 29th right now, so gotta get the video out. So here we are. Hopefully I will have time to make a little more progress for the next one, but I don't know, basically for the rest of the year, I might have to just make a bunch of shorter ones, I'm not sure. Regardless, this is the map now. We built all that in today's episode, which it didn't feel like a lot got done, but just by the scale of it all, it's actually a surprising amount of stuff. Like, it wasn't very much interesting stuff that got built, but it did take up a lot of space. Like, realistically, here, let me throw up the other map real quick so you can see the in-game version, the Elden Ring version. I'm just about done with the west half of Limgrave, which is pretty insane. Like, it only took, about a year and a half, but Limgrave is halfway finished. Just about. Might be able to get it done in another year or two. Limgrave, anyway. Then we can move on to Kalret or the Weeping Peninsula. Something different, anyway. But yeah, that's about all I got for you. I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Or like and comment, all the stuff that I'm supposed to ask you to do. Still trying to potentially reach 400 subscribers by the end of the year, which will be difficult to do. So I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a hand. That's all I got. Adios. Goodbye. Farewell.